The top values query allows you to select the top 5 or conversely the bottom 5 values of the numerical field. For example, I've got my book sales query here and I want to design it where I can find the top 5 customers who we sold the most books to. So to do that, up here in my tables, I'll go ahead and add the customer name by double-clicking on it down to the grid below, and then double-click and add my numerical field books sold. So here I can go ahead and find the top 5 customers who we sold the most books to. So without applying this feature, the top values query, which I'll show you in just a second, if I just go ahead and click on the Run button, the problem I run into here is that it'll list the customer name more than once if they made more than one order. For example, StarTemps is listed 3 times. They have 3 different order IDs. So let's go ahead and right-click, go back to the design view so I can show you, double-click and add the order ID down below. Then click on the Run button and you can see for yourself. So StarTemps made 3 separate orders. We have their different order ID for tracking of each order. And so what I want to do is go back, let me right-click to the design view and of course get rid of the order ID because I don't need to see that. I just need to see the customer name and the quantity, the total books sold for that customer, so I can go ahead and find the top 5 out of those. So let me go ahead and hover over the top gray bar for that column there. You can see my pointer's turning black pointing down. When you see that, click on it so we can select it and then delete it to remove it. So what I can do here, as you recall in an earlier training video in our queries, I can come up here to the design view to the show hide group, click on the totals button. It adds the total row down below where I can go ahead and group my customers by name. Because remember how it listed those customers who had more than one order twice, 3 times, 25 times, I mean depending upon how many orders they have. I don't want it like that. I want those customers who are listed more than once or who made more than one order with us listed just once. So I want to group them all under one customer name. And then for the books sold, I don't want to group the books sold. I want to be able to get the sum of the books sold grouped under or grouped by a single customer name and not have them listed 2, 3, or 4, or 5 times. So when I click on the Run button, let's see if this works. There we go. It took all the sales that we've made to the customers and it grouped it under one name and not duplicating it if they made 2 or more orders, and then gave us the total of that grouping. So now if I wanted to, I can go ahead and sort this column here, ascending or descending, so I can get either smallest to largest or largest to smallest, which is what I want because I want the top 5 customers who've made the most purchases from us. So I want to come up here, click on the drop down arrow and do descending, largest to smallest. So there's my top 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that's not the top values query, but I wanted to show you can do it that way. The problem to consider with this, doing it this way, is that yes, you get the top 5 up here, you can sort ascending or descending, but it lists all the records. So if you had hundreds or thousands of records, I just want to see all that needs to be seen, not that could be seen. I don't need all the others down below. So that's where the top values query comes in. Let me come up here and remove my sort, go back to the design view, and once I have it set up to not list the customer's name more than once, even though they have more than one order, and I've got the sum of that group, then I want to come up here on the Design tab to the Query Setup group, and there it is, the top values feature. It doesn't say it, you have to hover over it, click on the drop down arrow. Currently it's displaying all the records. I can go ahead and say I just want the top 5, top 25, top 100, top 5%, 25%, or again view all of them. So when I go ahead and select the top 5 here, and I go back and click on the Run button, there's a problem with this. This isn't the top 5. It's actually, it looks like giving me the bottom 5, the customers we sold the least amount to. Remember how we had it sorted from largest to smallest descending? Well, that's what we need to do. Go back to the design view. I'm not going to do it here because in the design view down on the grid, just below that field, books sold here, below the totals row, click in it, click on the drop down arrow, and we can go descending. And then go back and click on the Run button. And then it gives us the largest down to the smallest. And because we're just looking for the top 5 of the largest here, it cuts off after number 5. So it doesn't display 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And conversely, if we wanted the bottom 5, then we would go back to the design view, switch it from descending to ascending, or let me go back to the design view. You can go back to see all, and then click on the Run button, and you can see, again, it's largest to smallest. If we just did the top 5, it would cut everything off, but again, the largest 5 here. Thanks for watching. Hey, as a quick reminder, if you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. You can also click on me and subscribe to my channel to get notified of the latest videos. And for great specials on my products, please see the description below this video.